Hey, Shalom. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the elect who firmly believe on Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now, this is going to be a real quick lesson, and I'm going to entitle it Focus. Focus. Because one thing about focus, when you got your heart set upon something, and you're doing everything necessary to achieve a particular goal, once your focal point is geared towards that accomplishment, nothing can stop you. Nothing can get in your way. Not no woman, not a family member, no form of distraction is going to compromise, the mission as far as obtaining your goal. You're not going to reason, you're not going to bend, you're not going to break, nor you're going to fold. Because why? The mission, the focal point is upon that accomplishment. And we have the hope for elect. Our mission, our goal, our accomplishment is to receive and obtain salvation. And what are the necessary steps that we're doing to obtain that salvation? Like the scripture tells us, giving diligence to make our call and election sure. For if we do these things, we shall never fall. That scripture is heavy in itself. If we do these things, we shall never fall. Individuals who fell out, individuals who turned their back on the Lord, it was because they weren't diligent. They wasn't doing the works of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They failed to read, brush up against scriptures, and things of that nature. Everything that they were doing when they first got introduced into the word, they stopped doing. I remember the brother from LA, he brought out diligence means to study, and once you study, it's that much easier for you to do the works. Speaking for myself first and foremost, all need to study more. You can never study enough. The scriptures speak upon study to be quiet and do your own work. Because before the work get pushed, studying must come first. And that's all geared towards the focus. And then there's certain times where Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai sups with us. He opens our minds to different titles, different ideas that we could get into to further push this word. But this is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Now everything we got to take it in balance. We don't set our heart upon certain things or certain possessions that we may acquire within this world. Because we all know that, look, whatever possessions that we may have, is all going to be destroyed when the Lord brings the thermonuclear destruction, or when they mandate the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. We don't want to have our hearts set upon those possessions, because in that day, in order to maintain those possessions, you're going to need a chip. And we have the hope for elect know not to take that chip, So we're not focused upon and setting our heart upon treasures on this earth, because at the end of the day, moth and rust doth corrupt. Thieves could break in and steal. The government could easily take even if you got property, the government could take it away under eminent domain. If you got jewelry that can easily be stolen from you, Federal Reserve notes could be stolen from you. But in the kingdom of heaven, the treasures cannot be taken. Hey, you got certain individuals that pass on and their money stays. Here it is, they worked so hard in their life, they generated some money, but here it is, when they pass on, their money stays. But what the word tells us, that if we die in the Lord, our works follow us. That's the difference, man. Our works follow us. you know. So that here it is, we putting this work in, we toiling, we laying up our treasures in heaven, which is the kingdom of heaven. And heaven's going to be on earth, you know. The works brothers do, the Lord may reward brothers planets, various riches as far as gold, you know, an immense amount of women, an immense amount of children, you know, the spiritual power, many mansions. You know, that's what we ultimately laying our treasures in heaven for. That's what we focusing on, the kingdom. It's verse 21, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. That's right. So the treasure is what the accomplishment, the reward, you know, what you would love to obtain. Your mind is going to be on what you want to obtain. You know, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, which is what? Focus. Thy whole body should be full of light. If the light of the body is the eye, if therefore thine eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. And that's what it's about, man. Having a whole body full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. Evil is pretty much anything aside from this truth. You know, if your focal point is on anything evil, your whole body is going to be full of darkness. And ultimately, that's going to lead to you being destroyed. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? And this is the Lord giving it to you straight. No man can serve two masters. For either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he would hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. You know, and the Lord is going to make a way for you to choose either or. You know, here it is. Money is a defense. We know that. We understand that. You know, certain brothers may be blessed to be in a position to where they have that. You know, but that's what, to be a crutch unto other brothers. You know, and if you develop more free time because you have a certain amount of money, it's to do more work for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You know, because look, if you got your own business, you ain't got to wake up to an alarm clock to where you got to go to work and work for Esau, whether it be 8 hours or 12 hours, day in and day out. If you got your own business, you set your own time schedule. You know, it'd be that much easier to deal with, or simpler to deal with, in serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You know, so everything got to be in its rightful perspective and priorities and balance. You know, so, you know, Lord willing, you know, this lesson was edifying. You know, I just wanted to make it real quick. You know, focus. Our focus should be on the kingdom of heaven. The elder out there in Dallas spoke upon a couple years back how we got to be kingdom minded. You know, kingdom first, everything else second. You know, this truth comes first before anything else. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the elect. Shalom.